Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell, today I have a professional beat on. So today I want to discuss skincare. Since I'm going to be taking off this makeup, I want to discuss how I generally maintain my skin, because my skin is actually quite sensitive to various makeup products, but specifically with skincare products, it's not any and everything I can use, and I've had to really experiment with particular products for my skin type in order to keep my skin clear and not very textured, and keep my pores as small as possible. So I'll start with the basics of my skincare routine. Once every 6 months I go to my esthetician. There I normally get a very light chemical peel, or I get micro needling. I get a facial like steam to open up my pores, and I get actual like manual extractions. So I'll get that done once every 6 months. They're not all at the same time. I'll get the chemical peel say in January, and then I'll get the extractions and the micro needling done in say June, and then I'll just like keep it on rotation like that, and that kind of keeps the base of my skin clear, and it purges out any impurities deep within my pores, and just make sure that they are cleared out on a regular basis professionally, in order to make sure that I've got a good skin base to work with any products, to actually absorb the products that are going into my skin. And when I'm done with that, that's when I move on to my actual skincare. So on an everyday basis, obviously I'm not wearing a full face like this. I'll just do a little bit of concealer, mascara, maybe some blush, maybe some bronzer. That's about it to go to work, for example. And even with that, I really do like to cleanse my face properly. So what I normally do is start off with micellar cleansing water. So I use this one. I would normally just get a cotton pad and just wipe off like the first layer of makeup before I get in the shower, and that just gets like the first layer of anything off. I'll probably do that 2 or 3 times with some cotton pads to get off as much as possible. I want to get off all the excess before I go in with a deep clean. Now when I'm in the actual shower, that's when I will go in with this vitamin C brightening skin renew cleansing oil. This I find is excellent. It absolutely cleanses my skin of any makeup, because it's like an oily texture. So you pour a little bit on your hand, and then as long as your face is damp, as long as you rub the oil in your palms of your hands and rub it on your face, it will start to almost foam and really get into your pores. And it's great for my skin type, because my skin is very oily and I have a very oily T-zone, so I need to really make sure my pores are cleared of any like powder, any leftover concealer that the micellar water didn't get out of my skin. So that's really good. I probably do that once, maybe twice. If I'm wearing lashes and I need to get the glue off, I'll just make sure I concentrate on rubbing on the lashes to get the glue off my eyes, and then that normally clears up the makeup from my skin and leaves it very moisturized, which I love. Then I move on to a CeraVe hydrating cleanser. So this really helps me personally balance the oil out in my skin. Since I've been using that, my skin hasn't been overproducing any oils when I don't wear makeup, so I've really noticed a difference. I think I noticed a difference within the first week or 2 of using it. No exaggeration, it's excellent. So really recommend that product. So those are the products I use when I'm in the shower to wash my face, wash, you know, around my forehead, my hairline, wash around my nose area, because this is where it gets really oily, like super oily. And then I wash under my eye, specifically like concentrating there, just obviously like being very gentle with my under eye area, but getting that product in there to make sure everything is just cleansed nicely and my skin is clear. Then I will get some cotton pads and I will dry my face with the cotton pads, and that normally will show whether or not I've got any leftover makeup on my face. If I do, I'll go in again with the oil to make sure I get that off. Now once I've done all of that, I really want to make sure that I've kind of killed any bacteria that may be like lurking on my face, maybe in my pores or whatnot. So I use witch hazel as my toner, quote unquote. This really helps, like I said, kill any bacteria, and it really helps me keep my spots at bay. If you do have spots, or if it's time of the month spots coming up, that really helps kill the bacteria deep within your skin and just keep them at bay. So even if they do come up, they will go down naturally by themselves and they don't scar your skin. Especially if you have melanated skin, you know that you're prone to hyperpigmentation a lot more. And I find that using the witch hazel every single time I cleanse, it helps to offset any spots that I'm even thinking about peeking through on my face. So once I've done that, cool, that's fine. I'll then go on to using some sort of exfoliator. So I either alternate between the La Roche-Posay micro exfoliant, as you see here, or I'll use this exfoliant, which is 2% BHA from Paula's Choice, and it looks tiny, but do not underestimate this bottle. So I find that this in particular acts as like a mini chemical peel when I can't actually have a chemical peel. So the couple of months after I've had my chemical peel, obviously I'm not going to have them too often because I don't need to have them too often, but your skin is still turning over its cells, it's still regenerating, and I want to make sure that every single month I'm really helping that process to again avoid any hyperpigmentation, to really encourage the skin turnover if I've had any spots and it's left a patch and I really want it to like heal or get rid of any darkness. This really helps with that, and I've noticed a real difference in between my chemical peels. This is like a really light daily chemical peel. Is absolutely great for my oily skin. The way I would describe my skin is like maybe combinations of this bit is like normal around my jaw, around my mouth, here around my chin, sorry, and then as you can tell already, like my nose and my forehead area is where all the oil decides to congregate and have a party on my face. So that's where I really need to concentrate on making sure my pores are really cleansed, but also really moisturized. So that leads me on to my moisturizer, or hydrator should I say. So I use this snail serum. I put this on my skin, it's so moisturizing. I'll probably use like maybe 3 pumps, 1, 2, 3, spread it on that area, make sure it's like feeling gorgeous, feeling covered, even try and like bring it down to my neck and under my chin, just make sure all of this is moisturized. And then I layer that with my CeraVe moisturizing lotion. So for my skin type, again, because it's oily, I found that when I switched to the CeraVe moisturizing lotion, my oily skin stopped overproducing oils and it just calmed everything down. So for example, I do a makeup look like this, I don't need to keep on putting powder on it every 2 seconds because my skin is not overproducing the oils anymore. It's like I balanced it out with these products and it's absolutely amazing. Like CeraVe has been one of my lifesavers in switching up my skincare routine. So it's a really good lightweight moisturizer, especially for this summer. Then I will layer that with some squalene oil. This one is obviously from Inky, the Inky list, but you can also get it from The Ordinary, and I find that that on top of the cream and on top of the snail essence really locks in all of that moisture I'll probably do like 1 or 2 squeezes of the light squeezes of the pipette, or should I say maybe like 3 drops in this little bottle, and then like rub that in the palm of my hands, rub that all over my face. Again, if you have oily skin, don't sleep on this. Do not sleep on this. This is going to be your savior, but you have to layer it over all of your moisturizing products and then let all of that sink in. Then obviously when you've done that, finish it off with sunscreen. So I use the La Roche-Posay sunscreen factor 50 plus always. Even in the UK I use this. I do not care where I am, I'm using factor 50 because I value my skin too much to take a risk of, oh, I'm black so I don't need suntan lotion. I need suntan lotion. I don't want any skin damage. I don't want unnecessary UV exposure damaging my skin based on the fact that I was too lazy to apply sunscreen. Like, just do it, guys. What do you have to lose if you do it, apart from a couple pounds? So that would be like my general routine if I'm going out, whether it's during the day or even in the evening. If I'm just washing my face or refreshing it, that is how I do the base of my skincare always. If I'm going to bed, obviously I wouldn't put on the sunscreen, but I would do all of those steps, but then I would layer everything with this nighttime blemish treatment. It's like a blemish treatment mask. Again, this is from the Inky list, and I'll do like maybe 3 pumps of that. Again, 1, 2, 3 on my face, and then I'll try and cover my neck with the excess residue as well. And the whole idea of this is that you apply it on cleansed skin, apply a thin layer to your face and your neck, apply it with any serums, but apply it before your moisturizer. So you don't use moisturizer before this. So I wouldn't use the CeraVe before I use this. I would use this serum, maybe use the squalene oil, and then this. Basically you leave it on your face overnight and then you wash it off the next morning. And again, I've just found that if you want your skin to be super hydrated overnight, that's what you use. It really hydrates your skin without clogging your pores. Like when you're younger, you got away with a simple routine like just putting Vaseline on your face after you shower, after you wash your face. You go to sleep, you're fine. But as I grew older, I realized that it's too thick. Same with cocoa butter. I would love to go back to the simple skincare routine of using cocoa butter on my skin, on my face in particular, but it just doesn't work for me anymore. I don't know why, it just doesn't work for me. So this is what I use instead. Then if I want to do any masks, I will normally, after I've removed all my makeup and done my cleansing routine, I will put on a mask like this. So this is an unclogging, purifying mask, and it's anti-shine, again by La Roche-Posay. So obviously you put that on your face, you leave it for a couple of minutes, you wash it off, and that really helps unclog my pores. And that, ladies and gents, is the basis of my skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the products. I hope you enjoyed understanding how I use them and in what order that I use them. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any suggestions about any other products I should try, leave them down below. Bear in mind that a lot of products that have foaming agents in, I'm allergic to. For some reason, I'm not allergic to this. So this is why I stick to CeraVe. I've also tried, is it Clearasil? That works for my skin as well, but those are the only 2 cleansers that I've used that I don't have an allergic reaction to. So yeah, if you have any more suggestions that maybe I should try, or even any like other makeup removers that I should try that's maybe not this one, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you in my next YouTube video. Thanks guys. Mwah.